So I just want you to kind of just see what's being taught. So already we want the ball on that side of the floor, the left side of the floor. So he's guarding here. We'll leave him wide open because we're going to bait you to throw it to the left. I'm white. Yep, we're white. So now that it's over there, we play a passing lane defense. This guy has no intentions of stopping ball. He has every intentions to force looping passes. So because if he does his job making throw looping passes, we can rotate easily, right? If we're throwing it on a rope, that's too fast. It's gonna hit here, then hit corner, and now we're playing against a closeout. So so using the rhetoric that I was using earlier, the highest percentage shot in basketball is free throw, then layups, then corner threes. And so looping pass, you see how looping that is? All right. So we stay in, even these guys stay in line with the ball. All right. And because most kids aren't 0.5 decision makers, he should have been lower, but he takes off dribbling immediately. He can't even see him yet. So even though we're ready for corner, we throw it, we get a steal in transition. And what's it called? And then if you watch the other team, you really don't really see their plan. Like you can't see if they're a team that forces a sideline, it forces us middle. So okay, so we run this little rub screen to see if they're going to talk. They don't talk. Ty gets a wide open dunk. All right, now this one at the top, he's my 4.340 guy. He's not quite as good as Isaac at doing this stuff, but Isaac would be standing here, letting him run to that side of the court. He's so fast. He's trying to take away everything because he's quick, but he's such a different change in terms of our defense that we just kind of let him be what he's good at, even though I kind of have rules. So now the ball's on the left side. Yeah. So so anytime he's in the middle, it's trapped. So they don't have any. See, that's too quick of a shot for them. Like he's not balanced. That is not a shot he practices. We're good with that. They had no chance of getting a foul on that. They had no chance of getting any of that. So look at this shot. So the hot spot, a good shooter taking a good shot. This is the hot spot. In a perfect world, like we do drills to practice our rebounding. We got to get this guy bodying up, and usually he would run here, but I'm sure he didn't know if Ty would go in because that's our best rebounder. But Ty did right to stay back and balance the floor. So you see, we have a guy in the hot spot. That guy just did a good job at blocking out. So you could kind of see the rules happening. So what their coach has just said is try to beat the zone back. That's going to be difficult. Now, look at our fouls, dead ball fouls. We're not fouling while he's shooting. We're foul. I'll take a foul right there because, again, the Mexican guy that could get the rebounds right there, he's our best middle guy. So if he gets a couple of fouls and he gets fatigued, that's fine. Corner threes, we've what do you guys run? Oh, right here. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you asked because that's a 1-3-1. And it's different. And this year we'll do more man. It's just a couple things. You only get 2 practices a week. With me coaching them first year, there was not enough time to teach all the man-to-man bad habits out of them. So 2 practices a week is not enough. So I could do 1-3-1 and I could focus on teaching them how to play offense because nobody's going to have a true offense with the 1-3-1, especially the way we run it. So now we could go into games, even if I didn't get a good scout on the other team, I know that you can't individually beat that 1-3-1 the way we play it because we're going to let you take every shot outside of the core shots. And so because of that, I'm able to teach them other things, but also at the same time, I'm teaching them as we run man. Since we had a really good team, we had plenty of chances to teach and run man using the games we played. Because let's say we blew a team out in the first half and we played man and teach principles the second because I couldn't do both. I couldn't just be a man-to-man team and win. I kind of had to do it this way. So so now what's happening is this is the second quarter. At this point of the game, we trap corners. They are afraid to throw it to the corner now. Like it's the second quarter because every time they threw it corner, we had a guy in line with the ball. They threw a looper. They got trapped. So guess what? They don't throw it to this corner or this corner. We have less court to guard as soon as that's in their head. Every time they throw a corner. So now that I have less court to guard, I can use my 5 guys to cover the rest of the square footage of the court. So now they mess around and throw a corner again. And we also teach the kids, here's the rules, the trapping rules. Like, we have a rule. Never take another man's bet. So when we get a trap, there's 2 on the ball. 2 interceptors, 1 rim protector. Anytime we trap, that better be the case, okay? Because we've repped it out so much. And I'm not a yeller or a screamer. I don't yell at ignorance. I tell kids all the time, I'm okay with a mistake. I'm not okay with an excuse. Because a mistake means, hey, coach, I did something wrong. I'm gonna correct it. Excuse means, but it was him, and you're gonna do the same thing again and again and again. So if and everybody on the team knows it. Hey man, 2 on the ball, 2 interceptors, 1 rim protector. All right. So so all that stuff means something. So again, now Josh messed up because Josh is not supposed to leave, but so there we go. Wall up, no fouls. Why didn't that kid get a shot up? That's a shot right there. But Ty's not gonna. Well, when I first got Ty, if he would have blinked, Ty would have jumped right out of his way. So we kind of have a rule: nobody scores past you. Basically, I was telling her, I was like, once I got to college, because I thought I was watching film in high school, but this is what film was in high school. Man, that's a bad shot. Come on, you can't do that, Jejuan. So what do? There was nothing. It's just don't do that. I'm like, okay. But when I got to college, I started learning how to watch film, and there's multiple ways to watch it. You can watch for tendencies. You can watch for your game. I won't get into that. That could be a different coach's clinic or something on how to break down and watch film. But when I do the film, they get to see what I want. One of the parents, when we go to nationals, we pretty much watch film on all the teams that were coming up and about to play. One of the parents didn't want to come, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll watch film with them." I'm just like, but we're trying to do things as a unit, right? If you doing what you think is best, and even if you're right and I'm wrong, well, we got a better chance of winning if all 5 guys are trying to do together what I'm trying to do versus your kid going rogue and doing what you think is best. So I do think that film, you kind of have to figure out how you're gonna bring that. And basically what I did is I use this thing called Screencast-O-Matic. They call it ScreenPal now. And I just watch the film. It videos your screen, and I just talk and pause. YouTube's the easiest one because you could go back 5 seconds and easily break down film. And then sometimes you could watch it like we're watching. And here, I'll go and let you see a couple more possessions as we go. So he walled up, and now that kid took too many steps because he wanted a layup line angle layup. All right. So you could see kids' tendencies as we're doing it.
Was this when y'all won the championship?
Yes.
This was a few years ago too.
Yep. Yeah, and this is 2 years ago. So here's another one. Live ball turnover. When those happen, what do? I need Ty as the weak side to dig in and go get transition. So here's a couple transition rules because I don't think we'll do it when we're out there. Is you always want to create one more pass than you are people. So if it's 2-on-1, I need to make 1 pass to Lisa. And the best way I can do that is stun it. I have no intentions of actually running at you. This is the mistake for kids. They'll see you with the ball and they'll run right to you. You'll throw it right over the top of my head, 1 pass and a layup. We can't allow that to happen. So if you're on a 2-on-1 situation, I'm going to stunt like I'm really after you, get you to pass it once to Lisa. Then I could go and guard Lisa, and she has to throw it back to you. That's 2 passes. I'm done. Coach can get on the rest of those 4 guys for not getting back if I make you make 2 passes. Now, if it's 3-on-2, so there's me and a teammate, we have to make you make 3 passes because we're 2 people. So 1 more pass than you are people. Because, again, if you can make them make 3 passes, what are they doing down there, those other 3 guys that we're waiting on? So those are the guys that get in trouble once you accomplish your goal of transition defense. So when this happens, because we know, I already said, the team that scores the most right-handed layups wins. You just saw us get a dunk. That counts as a right-handed layup. We're going to our right hand. That's the easiest shot. So we turn it over. Ty needs to be getting deeper than everybody. We go for a steal, and we get a foul, and I'm okay with that in transition because guess what they got to do? Play against our half-court defense, and they obviously don't have an answer for it. So I'm okay. So let's see what happens on this. And this is what we'll do. Okay, we sprinted back on defense. We had a bad turnover, a live ball turnover. We saved it. So let's see, can we save this possession? All right. So my best defender just went out. This guy's a Swiss Army knife. So let's talk about roles. He can't play multiple positions. He's quick enough to play multiple. That's value in that. To be able to, I could put him up top. He's not as good as those 2, but he'll fare. He can play wing. He can play bottom. He can play any 5 positions defensively, and we can stay as a unit. And everybody on the team knows that about him. So let's see how this position works. Possession. And here's the thing. For this team, their best player was a 5'9" guard. It's going to be difficult for him to weave and go through people. Because if you get by him, you still got to score on tie, and you still got to read that. So,
Quick question.
yes, sir.
You go back to, yeah, right there. So, are you always forcing it left? Because it seems like this guy's already in the half-court column.
Yeah.
So, is the idea to always force him left, or should you pull it up on the right side?
He should have. I would have sent him right at this point.
I just know that was a principle that you were teaching.
Yeah. If he catches it here, then we would stay on that side. But like I said, he was making them so uncomfortable against the rules that we've set that we're just going to be smart and just let him continue to bother them. So no, that's a great point. If they showed a bit more comfort, because here's the thing about this, and I'll kind of face the way the court is. So if I'm dribbling down court and I'm on the left side of the floor, and you guys are on the right side of the floor, for me to throw it to that side of the court, since I'm right-handed, it's obvious that I'm throwing it to the right. I got to turn my shoulders. If I was on that side of the floor throwing this way, I could probably, without letting you know what's going over, and I probably could throw it on a rope. So we want them to be on the left side, so they have to do this kind of stuff. So we'll probably watch like a. Sorry?
No, I'm saying most kids are handicapped.
Yeah. Most kids do not. So you see where they're playing the game, right? And if you let kids play, so here's another principle. Because all these are principles to teach man to man. And so this guy is guarding both. That's what happens on the weak side of every defense. The weak side always has to guard two. It don't matter what you're in. So this is called a stunt. As soon as the ball is thrown. So this guy stunts like he's going to guard, but he has no intentions of guarding and jump back just to buy time for him to get in front and him to get on ball. So that's what a stunt is. And then he's back in line. So now you see he caught corner. There's no way he can catch and shoot that shot. So now he's on the dribble, and now they get trapped again. So that's kind of the gist. And so, so we get a travel. They're just playing faster than their abilities. Now, this is what it would take for a team to really beat us on purpose with this, is once this ball gets here, the better you are at defense, the better you're going to be on offense. Because this kid should feel that there's 4 people here and there's one guy there. This should be a catch and immediate pass to their best player. He can't see that. The game's moving way too fast for his ability, and that's the purpose of pressure defense, is to get you to play faster than your abilities. And if you notice, that was a wall up. So even when that ball won, everybody's on the flight of the ball, they're moving. Now, he probably should have went deeper, because if he wouldn't have traveled, that would have been a foul. But that's the gist. So let me stop that there.